Well, the big weather forecast is for the eclipse, and I have a ton of graphics about that. We'll get to that in a second, but we have some weather between now and then we need to talk about. There is a very low severe weather risk, level 1, which is very low, in parts of eastern Arkansas. This is along the cold front that's going to be moving through tomorrow, through Sunday, and by the afternoon we could see a few strong, maybe severe storms. That risk is really low. There were a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of Nebraska and Kansas and Oklahoma today. They have since expired, and now we're seeing those storms weaken, and that's what's going to happen tonight. By 1 a.m., you could see maybe a few showers, rumble, thunder possible up in Washington, Benton County, but overall they're weakening. And by tomorrow morning, this is 5 a.m., about nothing is going through central Arkansas, and 9 a.m. also just a few sprinkles possible. But that's that severe weather risk I'm going to talk about. There it is around 6 p.m., a few thunderstorms along the Mississippi River. Most of you watching will not see any severe weather risk on Sunday. Now let's get to the total solar eclipse. First, let's talk about the timing of the path of totality. Totality begins in southwest Arkansas at 1:46. Totality begins in northeast Arkansas at 1:55. That's not a huge time difference, and that's because the moon's shadow is going to be moving at about 1,500 miles per hour. So cooking across the state. And how is the weather for it? Well, I have two high resolution models that I want to show you. This one is called HRRR. And it has high clouds over here, and it doesn't show them very well as high clouds. It basically has one setting for clouds or no clouds, and it is showing clouds over the path of totality. We do not like to see that, but I want to show you a different high resolution model. This one's called the GRAF, G-R-A-F, and it does show a difference between the low clouds. You can see a little bit whiter, and then the high wispy clouds that it kind of shows a little bit more wispy. So if we're going to be dealing with clouds during totality, which starts at 1:51 here in Little Rock, it will probably be those high thin variety, which really shouldn't impact the viewing that much. So I'm very optimistic. I think most along the path of totality will see a nice sight of the eclipse. As far as how long will we see totality if there's no clouds? Pretty long, especially in the center of the path, 4 minutes in that pink shaded area. Little Rock is between the 2 and 3, so we'll see about 2.5 minutes of totality. So if you want to see a little bit longer totality, make the trip inward of the path of totality. Again, there's going to be a lot of traffic in that 4-minute region. Here's forecast track beyond the eclipse. Now we have even more to talk about after 2 o'clock on Monday, and we have a lot of thunderstorms to talk about. Moving in Monday night, heavy thunderstorms on Tuesday. Tuesday night they continue, and we're going to see heavy rain and thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday. Basically nonstop rain and some severe weather risks as well. On Monday, it's mainly to our south and west. On Tuesday, southern Arkansas. On Wednesday, it moves a little bit further north. But on Thursday, that severe weather risk is out of here. But that many days of thunderstorms is going to lead to huge rain totals. And this is just model data, so don't take it literally. But it's showing totals of over 9 inches of rain in Pine Bluff. I know it's not going to actually happen, but it has the ingredients for 6, 7, 8, and 9 inches of rain. So this will definitely lead to some flooding. So after the eclipse, heavy rain and flooding is going to be the main concern. Right now on our Central 1 live camera, beautiful night here in Little Rock, 65 degrees. Temperatures won't drop very much tonight because we have breezy southeast winds ahead of that cold front. Even though it's a cold front, it won't be making it cold. Highs tomorrow's in the 80s, 82 for a high here in Little Rock. Here's that 7-day forecast. I know I just talked about a lot, but this is the breakdown of it. 30% chance of some sprinkles in central Arkansas tomorrow. 40% chance of rain after the eclipse at nighttime on Monday. And then once that rain gets here, it just won't stop. Won't stop until Thursday. It's going to be crazy.
You just said in about 9 inches, that's possible.
Yeah, so it's the exact number isn't going to fall, but it just shows how much moisture is in it. So we could see totals of 9 inches, which would lead to some minor flooding.
Hey, before we get to that, we'll handle that when it gets here. The eclipse, are you ready for it, my man?
I'm super excited. I've seen tons of videos, and everyone's like, I cried. Like, I believe them. Yeah, I'm so excited.
You're going to cry?
I might. I don't know. I might. I don't cry a lot, but this might make it happen.
It's going to happen for you, man. I know it is. You're emotional. Don't let them fool you.